One of the best parts about being in the video and photography industry for this long is that I started when the tools were very limited, and I was there when everyone was getting excited about the new tools and everything that they were going to offer, and then the disappointments and the realignment of expectations, then the next set of tools that were going to come in, and it was just exciting every time. But one revolution that came to affordable digital cinema that has been transformative is bringing RAW to video. And a lot of people don't know what that is, no problem. And it's been the source of a lot of confusion. So I'd like to talk about what is RAW, what is compressed, and how photography and video handle that differently. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Michael Brunner of Brogan Video. When you take a picture with a camera, your camera is going to look at the sensor and all the information of light that that sensor picked up. It is then going to take all that information, take it to a small processor that is going to average and compress as much as possible in order to get you a single picture that looks lovely but doesn't have all the information that the sensor got. But you don't need that. Your eyes are not going to be able to tell the difference. And then you get a nice picture in a nice small size that you can easily text off to all your friends. RAW, camera raw, is almost the opposite. Camera raw is the camera recording every bit of information that hits that sensor. So if an area is totally dark or filled with light and color, it'll still be recording the same amount of information because there's no compression. It's not going to say, okay, this whole area is black, so we'll just leave that at no data. No. Every single pixel, all the information that of what light is hitting it and what it sees is recorded. That means that when you are tinkering with the image after the fact, you have the full information from the sensor raw. You can do so much with that. It's almost the equivalent of using a digital negative in film. You don't shoot a negative in film to show it off to people. You shoot a negative to have as much information of what you are pointing at as possible so that you can go back to your darkroom or your computer and you can fiddle until you get the contrast, the colors, everything exactly the way you want. RAW gives you that power, but it takes up an exceptionally large amount of data. For photography, it's been quite easy to do this for quite a while. But in video, it's really hard. You need some fast media, and you need strong computers that don't overheat in these tiny little camera bodies. And that is why affordable RAW recording has only recently come into affordable cameras. If filming RAW is like shooting a film negative, then shooting compressed is like shooting a Polaroid. The image is not going to be as crisp and sharp and as lovely as if you shot it on beautiful film and then sent it to the processors. But you have the advantage of having something very quick, something easy to pass around. It's not a one-to-one comparison, so don't jump on me on this, but it has the same feel. Compressed is what your phone records its video and photos in. So it's very easy, very quick to do, and it doesn't fill your phone up all the time. If you were shooting photos with your phone with camera raw, it'd fill up incredibly fast. So compressed, there's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of photographers that choose to film only in RAW, to shoot all their pictures in RAW, because for a photographer, the space isn't that big a deal. But for a film, you're talking tens of terabytes of data. So for video, RAW is much harder to use appropriately. In video, if you're working with compressed video, which is the most common kind, your computer is doing a lot of processing to uncompress the video, to make it something that you can watch, so you can edit, or just enjoy and upload. When you're filming in RAW, your computer does a lot less work because all the information is there, but it can be much harder to make it playable and easy to work with. The beautiful thing about RAW, and I've recently found this while filming on some larger projects, is when you record all the information that hits the camera's sensor, you can then reprocess that raw information in so many different ways. So let's say you want the image to be bright and colorful and saturated. You can say, give me that out of the raw image. You can say, give me a low contrast black and white. You can say, give me a very clean, no noise sort of image. And each of those should look as good as a single compressed image that you shot. So instead of making all these choices right away while you're shooting in a way that you can't back out of, if you shoot RAW, there is a lot you can do to the image and just experiment and really use your imagination. It's a wonderful tool. If you can shoot video in RAW, that gives you as much information as a photographer would have. So if any particular frame of a raw video file is particularly gorgeous, you can take that and put it into a photo editing program, and you'll have all the same information that you would have if it was taken with a beautiful DSLR. That's the amazing part of all the tools that we have now and the way that they interplay. There's always so much more exciting things to look at just around the corner. The next thing that I'm really hoping comes down to more affordable cinema cameras is compressed RAW, where it's all the camera sensor data, but still losslessly compressed in a clever way that you would not be able to tell that anything happened, but you still have all of the editing potential. And there are a couple companies that have made masterful products that include that, but I want to see more of it because it's just so much fun to film like this. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Bruner of Brogan Video. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Bruner of Brogan Video. Remember, at its best, video is a tool for genuine communication between people, as it should be. So, get out there and share your heart.